Brothers and sisters who are scattered in all corners of the earth, Shalom, Sanbonani, friends and family, Ngiyanibingelela nonke, I greet you all. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing to this channel. I appreciate your support and I appreciate all the comments that you make. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider to do so. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, hit the notification bell, and share this video with your friends and family. It's been an exciting week. There's been a lot of response, understandably, because the message of last week was a topical message. It was topical. It was an event that was occurring, and therefore a lot of people participated. There were new subscribers, and there were new people who came into the channel, and something that I have not experienced in a long time. Because I suppose when we set up ground rules, some people were not part of this family, and so some people joined in, and I think that some of them are just passing by. They're not going to stick around for long. You can hear from the language that people were using. That topic, I did not imagine that it will invoke such emotions from people. Understandably so. But I can never understand why a person should use vulgar language. Not that it is something I'm unfamiliar with, but I've always associated it with lack of vocabulary. If someone lacks proper vocabulary, they end up using vulgar. I suppose your emotions comes better when you are vulgar, but I don't think it's necessary. Be that as it may, today's topic is about the case. It's a continuation. It's South Africa versus Israel. If you wish, David versus Goliath or Goliath. But is there anything that we can pick up that is pointing us towards the end times or towards anything biblical? First and foremost, I want to make this point. There is nothing that happens on this earth that is isolated from the plan of the Almighty. Whether it be the seasons, whether it be political events, whether it be anything that happens on this earth, everything has been carefully planned, and it will work together towards the plan of the Almighty. Remember, in one of the videos we discussed the fact that it wasn't his plan to have us rule over each other. If you look at Genesis 1:26, he's saying nothing about having dominion over mankind, but he's saying have dominion over all things on earth. And he's giving us everything that we can imagine to understand what is here on earth and dominate it, subdue it. But he says nothing about human beings subduing one another. And we see it clearly coming out in the book of Judges and in the book of Samuel, where people begin to say, give us a king. We want to be like other nations. They don't realize in their minds, desiring to be other nations, to be like other nations, is demoting your status. because we were royalty. We were ruled directly by the laws of the Almighty. It could have happened if we had righteous kings. Of all the kings that we had, it happened a few times. But the rest of the kings were wicked. It tells you about the heart of mankind. Wickedness. He says it in Genesis 6, that from our hearts flows wickedness from our youth. So, we can't do this. We cannot rule. That is why you see the mess you see in Jerusalem, in Israel, and in Gaza. Mankind is not capable of ruling. Is not capable, and we will be slaughtering each other, and we will be insulting each other, when we should be turning and returning to the Almighty and ask for mercy and ask Him to send the Messiah as soon as possible. But all of these things that we see are happening because of His will. I suggested last week that could it be that the hand of the Almighty has inspired the South African government to challenge Israel. Remember, this has never happened before. Israel and the United States in particular have never been challenged by any of the so-called third world countries. These so-called third world countries have always been afraid to take a stand. They are taking a stand, bit by bit, and I'm saying to you, the Almighty has something to do with it. And some people were saying South Africa will be judged because South Africa has acted against the children of the Almighty. They are mistaken, because those are not the children of the Almighty. There might be some of them, and I've said it in some of the videos. It is possible. Not that it is possible. There are children of the Almighty amongst the people who are in Israel, but they are not the Ashkenazi Jews. The Ashkenazi Jews are not the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And there are many others, by the way, who are not even Sephardim, they are not even Ashkenazi, they are not even Mizrahi. They went there because everybody was going there. And so they went there and they got citizenship status. They are in a land that doesn't belong to them. But even our brothers and sisters who are there, they went there prematurely, because according to prophecy, we must be gathered again the second time, the same way it happened the first time. And after we are gathered, certain things must happen. The kingdom of Ephraim, or the kingdom of Israel, and the kingdom of Judah will unite. And there will be no nation that can stand against us. There will be peace. There's no peace. There's never been peace from day one there. There's never been peace. That they have been, that the so-called Jewish state of Israel has been winning all these wars with casualties. That does not mean that the hand of the Almighty was with them. It is His plan, though, that they continue to be deceived the way they are, and the world that believes in them will continue to be deceived. I know personally that there are a lot of Americans, either in the form of religious movements or businesses, who are pumping money into Israel, because they either genuinely believe that those are the children of the Almighty. They are motivated by scripture that says those who bless Israel will be blessed, and those who curse Israel will be cursed. But they don't realize that they are blessing the wrong people. The people whom they should be blessing are those that they had enslaved all over 400 years, those that they colonized. Those are the people that they should be thinking about. But anyways, prophecy will unfold and prophecy will be realized. Now, what is going to happen to this case? What's going to happen? South Africa has presented its case, and Israel has presented its case. And so the judges are going to deliberate and come up with a judgment. Now, I'm saying that whatever happens, I've listened to many analysts. For me, it is irrelevant what happens. Whatever happens, it is the plan. It is part of the plan. Whether the judgment is pro-Israel or against Israel, it is part of the plan. It will all come together in the end. Nevertheless, let's say it's against Israel. The ICJ and the ICC are weak institutions. So this, in a way, I'm not expecting much from the ICC and the ICJ. It's an exercise that is part of a big plan, because whatever outcome that is going to come out of that, Israel is going to ignore it. Just like Russia ignored an order to cease all conflicts there. They ignored it. The ICJ does not have resources to implement their decisions, implement and monitor their decisions. They don't have that. They will have to find the capacity from nations that supports Israel. Among other nations, the United States of America supports Israel. And therefore, they would not want to engage in anything that will antagonize Israel. So, it doesn't matter. For me, this is just a process that leads us to a big picture. All processes, political matters that are unfolding today, it is not new. We know that when the children of Israel were exiled in Babylon, prior to that, there was a prophecy that says you will be exiled. And the Almighty stirred up the spirit of a king of Persia, of Babylon, known as Nebuchadnezzar. And he fulfilled that prophecy. He took the children of Israel into Babylon. But then he said they will be there for 70 years, after which they will return. And again, he stirred up another king, Cyrus, and he sent the children of Israel back to Israel. These incidences that are happening today are part of a bigger plan. Those who believe that the so-called Jewish state of Israel is they are the children of the Almighty, the chosen few. They are mistaken. Those are not. Firstly, they are not as many as the stars of the sky. They're not. Who is as big as that? Who is as many as that? It is the Bantu. It is all the people who were taken here and enslaved and scattered in all corners of the earth. Who is scattered in all corners of the earth? It is us. Read all the prophecies, read Deuteronomy, and you will see that these things, and I've made references to certain books that you can refer to. There are many other books, and when I remember the name of this channel, there's a channel that I can refer to, a link that I can share with you. You will see all these things that I'm talking about. But biblical prophecy itself tells us who we are and what is going to happen. So, it is only by prophecy that we will return to the land, not by anything else. It is only through the Messiah who will gather us and then we will be sent back, we will be restored to the land. We are not going to go there prematurely by ourselves like it has happened in 1948 and all other incidences that has happened afterward. We're not going to do that. The Messiah will come and he will restore us to the promised land. Whether it happens that the borders of the promised land, as I have always indicated, because prophecy says that we will bring our tithes from the rivers beyond, which are beyond the land of Cush, which is where we are now. It might well mean that we will be where we are. We may not have to leave, but Jerusalem will be in one place. There will be no two Jerusalems. What do you think about this? Give me your thoughts. I wish I can control the raw language that people use when they are angry. It is unnecessary. But nevertheless, it has taught me something about myself. It has taught me something about people. And I continue to learn. I would appreciate your views, and I would really wish to hear from you. Thank you very much for your attention. Ngiyabonga. Asante sana.